Hey everyone, today I'm going to talk about the ZLRC Beast. This is a 4K foldable drone for under 200 bucks with GPS, right? That sounds like a heck of a deal. Is it? Well, let's find out. Alright, so we got the SG906 from ZLL. Let's take a look inside the box. This is a nice box. We've got magnets kind of holding it closed. Piece of foam. We'll start here with the smart controller. This is to hold your phone. We've got some fake antennas. It doesn't look like there's anything actually in there. So that's all for show. Gimbals are removed. We've got an LCD screen. Some buttons here. Looks like speed, return to home, camera, video and camera. On the back, nothing except for place to put my batteries. It does look like we have 4 little switches there. I'm not sure what they do. We'll have to read about them. Alright, so also in the box, we'll get to the drone in a second. We've got a box here with instruction manual. QR code, we'll definitely have to check that out. Some extra propellers, hopefully won't need those. Cables, screwdriver. Alright, then let's take a look at the Beast itself. This is a folding drone. There's the Beast. Got your camera here. All right. Battery in the back. It is a ZLRC. What looks like the company is ZLL, so I don't quite understand that. Optical flow camera there. Alright, but let's compare this to some other drones. Alright, so let's talk about the ZLRC Beast. This is a foldable drone with a 4K camera, GPS, brushless motors. Lots of things sound really good about it. Then I've got some other comparable, maybe comparable, folding drones as well. So let's take a look at what we got. Next to it here, we've got the Mavic Air. This is the drone that was actually patterned to look like. You can see it kind of has that similar shape at the back end of the Zoom, which is actually the front end of the Beast. Then we have the SJRC F11 and the Mavic 2 Zoom. Now, these two drones are absolutely fantastic. They shoot 4K, they have real gimbals, they have obstacle avoidance, they have real sensors on the bottom, they have long flight times. These are the real deal. So if you want something for aerial photography, you want one of these two machines, right? Now, these two are actually pretty comparable. The ZLRC Beast and the SJRC F11. They're about the same size, they feel the same way, and they both take pretty darn poor photos and video. Yeah, that's right. Neither one of these things is something that I would recommend in terms of video footage. Now, let's talk about this for a second. The biggest downfall of this is actually this camera. Let's take a look at it. It's modular, right? They claim that it's 4K, right, or that it can at least take pictures in 4K. But what you'll notice is that nowhere on here do I have a spot for an SD card. That means that using these two antennas, it's going to transmit a Wi-Fi signal to your smartphone, right? Which means the video footage is going to be choppy and break up. Not really something that's good. We'll take a look at some of that here. But you can see that it kind of stutters. I lose frames. There's frame dropping. That is consistent. There isn't much you can do. We've got two antennas. We're using a new iPhone. We got high quality technology, but really just a bad design. Because of that, that feature alone is something that I would recommend you stay away from. This isn't the drone I'd recommend. But let's talk about things that I do like. There is a servo here, so you can tilt this camera up and down via the app. The app is okay. The features that I tried, I couldn't get them to work the first time out of the box. I like to try to do things without having to read the instruction manual, and I did actually peek at it. Not super intuitive, so that kind of is not awesome. You know, the drone flies okay, right? If you're looking for an okay drone, it's about 150 bucks. It's a toy grade option, right? Pictures aren't great, video's not great, it flies well. Return home does work. Did the circle me mode work? No. Did the follow me mode work? No. When I pressed the button for follow me, it told me I wasn't in optical flow mode. I don't know what that really means. I had to turn GPS. I don't know. That sounds dumb. So I'm not going to bother with those modes, and I suggest you don't bother with this drone, right? For 150 bucks, yeah, it's okay. Maybe if it was $100, I'd consider it. But really, I'd rather have some other drones in this price range. The remote here for the Beast is decent. I like the feel. We've got a spot for your phone here. These are not real antenna holders, but actually do a decent job of kind of holding the remote up. One thing that I do like, these metal ends on the sticks. That's kind of nice. The buttons are well laid out. But I found the quality control not great. Look at that. Throttle up doesn't come back down. You don't want that to stick. And I found that these tend to. That's not good, right? I can recenter it, so not a huge deal. But again, the quality control on this drone, not where it needs to be. Other things that I'd probably go with instead. What am I going to recommend? These two guys, these are MJX Bugs drones. They're probably a little bit better quality. You're not going to get image stabilization on these, but you know what? You're not getting image stabilization with the Beast either. The Beast, listen, 4K camera needs to be stabilized, whether with a gimbal or electronically, and we're not doing that, right? So I'd recommend you go with one of these, the Bugs 5W or the JJ Pro Epic or the Bugs 2 SE. These are far superior drones, in my opinion, but you know what? You can make the call. So hopefully that's enough information about the ZLRC Beast, the SG906 quadcopter. You know, I had high hopes on this thing, but in the end, my hopes were dashed because the camera is not up to snuff. There's no electronic image stabilization on this, and you gotta have an SD card at bare minimum, right? So, sorry ZLRC, I don't know what you were thinking. You had a great idea, you just didn't execute. Hopefully soon we'll see something like this with image stabilization and an SD card for under 200 bucks. I'd pay an extra 50 bucks to get those two features, and it would be well worth it. Until then, really you're kind of left with other toy grade options that I don't think are, you know, really worthy of aerial photography. If aerial photography is your goal, then this, the DJI Spark, is your best bet in terms of low-cost drone. It's going to cost you somewhere between $300 and $400, which, yes, I get is twice as much as the Beast, but the pictures are more than twice as good. The video is stabilized by a real gimbal. This is what you're looking for. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you click that subscribe button and click that bell so you can see when we're making videos and putting things out there. Make sure you check us out on halfchrome.com. We're also writing on dronedj.com as well. Good luck and happy flying.